This story dates back to 1932 when JRD Tata had started first ever flight in India called Tata Airlines for carrying airmail. Later it operated domestic flights from Bombay to Trivandrum and then started international air services. JRD Tata had a dream to make it bigger and better. However, after independence, the Indian government decided to nationalize the airline. You see, when Tatas wanted to form a private airline, they couldn't form it through 3 successful prime ministers. However, Tatas could have got it done easily by succumbing to bribery or corruption. But they didn't. They walked away from it, even though it was something they really wanted to do. It was JRD Tata who pioneered aviation. It was JRD Tata who gave Air India its heart and soul. He even used to fly the aircraft or used to fly as a passenger to check if the service is fine. He was an aviation enthusiast, so one can imagine the disappointment he must have had. It was emotionally something that the Tatas would have very much liked to be in. After nationalization, lethargy, inefficiency, and bureaucracy kicked in. There was poor service and poor maintenance. As of 31st March 2020, Air India accumulated 70,000 crores as loss. As per a recent report, rupees 1,10,000 crores of taxpayers' money was used to just lend support to this loss-making airline. It was difficult for government to find a buyer for it. Then, this company was sold to Tata Sons for 18,000 crores. This purchase decision was an emotional moment for Tatas. As reflecting in Ratan Tata's tweet, "Welcome back Air India." It's like winning back a precious item snatched by someone ruthlessly by paying a hefty amount. But it is more of a thoughtful and strategic decision too, to give a tough competition to the leader Indigo and rule the Indian aviation market in the long term. Ratan Tata credits Mr. N. Chandrasekaran for this decision to buy Air India. It was his team's detailed and meticulous study that backed this decision. Ratan Tata has a passion for aviation and enjoyed his time as a pilot in variety of aircrafts. He was, however, not involved in the decision to bid for Air India, other than a positive emotional feeling that they could re-establish Air India to the level of prominence it had in days gone by. The challenge would be to ensure that user experience is significantly improved. The previous management of Air India had an indifferent and uncaring response to consumers. Tatas are working on these skills of aircraft personnel. It is all set to improve the service standards. Taj Hotel's flight catering arm, Taj SATS, has been delivering scrumptious in-flight meals since day one of Air India's homecoming. Indian hotel company Taj is accommodating its crew. Tone seats of Air India will thrive as Tata Technology is designing and manufacturing seat components. Tata Group's IT giant TCS is a key contributor to the IT revamping. A team of business excellence comprising representatives from most group companies is doing business analysis, identifying areas of opportunities for improvement and efficiency. Procurement policies are being adopted by Tata Motors and Tata Steel to make a template for getting aircraft spares and other practices. There is a huge amount of sharing within and across the Tata Group, both in terms of intellectual property and best business practices. The 4 Tata Airlines, Air India Express, Vistara and Air Asia India are also collaborating. These airlines will accept each other's passengers in case of any flight disruption. Tata Group plans to have Air India as its flagship carrier and merge the low-cost airline Air Asia India and Air India Express. It is also planning to merge with Vistara to form the country's largest full-service carrier under the brand name Air India, which probably will have a market share of around 20%. You see, in Indian market, any airline cannot increase the ticket price beyond a point. So it has to look for ways to reduce its costs. Tata Airlines will have to become more economically responsible. They will have to make Air India's operations financially viable. And there came the mother of all the aviation deals, a gigantic order of 470 aircrafts from Airbus and Boeing, which was lauded by US, UK and France president, as it will add to the job creation in their respective countries. This deal will help increase the fleet capacity of Air India. It is likely that Air India has negotiated for discounts from both the manufacturers. Modern, efficient fleet is a fundamental component of this transformation of Air India. This order is an important step in realizing Air India's ambition, that is, to offer a world-class proposition serving global travelers with an Indian heart. The order puts Air India on an extremely strong footing as it prepares to compete in international markets, Gulf and European airlines. On-time performance, global network expansion, modern fleet, and harnessing the power of synergy and economies of scale. TATAs are all set to grow Air India. As N. Chandrasekharan mentioned, Air India is on a large transformational journey in terms of safety, customer service, technology, engineering, network, and human resources. All in all, we can safely say that Air India is in good hands. Air India is not only any airline project, it is an Indian project.